Welcome everybody to the Results Now Cafe, and we welcome in all our regulars and our new folks. Welcome, and it's more scary that way. Deborah says with a O. Okay, Halloween, and all of those of you who are listening on the replay, really appreciate that. Lots of folks listen on the replay, and we love you guys for it. Now, imagine watching the traffic and new signups come in while you sit at your desk and just watch the new traffic and signups come in. That quote to start our little cafe today came from Melody Campbell, who told me that over the weekend when she used the traffic strategy we're going to talk about today. She just sat there enjoying watching the stats go up from her traffic and from her signups from this one simple and powerful strategy we're going to show you. Now, many of you are already commenting and sharing, and we love you for it. So, on your phone, I know her. She's great, says Deborah. Yeah, she really is. She's good, folks. So, on your phone, in the bottom left-hand corner is where you can make comments, say hi, ask questions. And the bottom right-hand corner is where you tap, just constantly tap, and watch those hearts and also those bats coming out for Halloween. So for those of you that are just joining us and don't know me, my name is Jeff Herring, and I help online entrepreneurs unleash and cash in on their content, making more sales because of their content. I'm the co-creator along with Jim Edwards of the CustomContentWizard.com, and today's Results Now Cafe here on Periscope is sponsored by tomorrow's Results Now webinar. Now you can go and register over on my blog at jeffherring.com. It's the first post right there, and you'll see lots of information about the webinar there. jeffherring.com is where you go. The feature of tomorrow, among many things, is going to be the 21-step checklist for massive online success. Imagine getting up in the morning and knowing exactly what to do and exactly where to get started and exactly what to do next. That's what the checklist does for you. We're going to be doing that on tomorrow's Results Now webinar. Go to jeffherring.com to sign up. Now, I mentioned that it's Halloween week, so every time you press in the little right-hand corner of your phone, you'll see bats and hearts coming up. So go ahead and try it out now. Get some more bats going on here. What that means is, since it's Halloween week, I shared with you yesterday, Chubby, the skeleton, is going to be sharing the week with us here. Here he is. He's in a badass mood because he's got his hat on backwards, see? Look at all those bats and hearts for you, Chubby. Could put him on his shoulder and look kind of weird. Now, I finally dug the rest of him out of the closet the other day. Haven't connected him yet because the boys broke him with messing around with him. Hey, Tammy. But here is the rest of Chubby saying hi. And you can see that since we rescued him last year, he was really emaciated this time last year. He's added a lot of meat to his bones. So hopefully by the end of the week, Halloween week, we'll be able to show you the complete Chubby. So funny, I brought this skeleton over by my desk right before the show, and Duke, the big giant puppy, came over and laid right next to it. I thought, is he being protective of the skeleton? And then I realized, no, he's being protective of me because he hadn't seen the skeleton before. So he was laying right there making sure the skeleton didn't do anything to Daddy here. All right, so again, the topic for today, my biggest source of high quality evergreen traffic. Now, a quick little episode of what's on Jeff's desk. I found this underneath my monitors. Oh yeah, he's hungry, Tammy. And I put a lot of little things under my monitors to remind me, rocks and sticks and stuff, and just different keepsakes, rocks and sticks from the trail when I go hiking. And what I found was something an old picture I'd put up for Throwback Thursday. This is me standing in my apartment door in probably 1981, which means I was about 23. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but that's in Tallahassee, Florida. Hey, Melody, we just talked about you. In 1981, I'm probably about 23 there, and that T-shirt says, "Do It in Tallahassee," a Mountain Dew T-shirt. Tiny little apartment, but I just loved it because a lot of dreams got birthed there. See that little grill right there? That little hibachi? We cooked a heck of a lot of steaks on that grill. One of the things it reminds me of is inside that apartment, we had two big living room lamps from my parents' house. You know, those lampshades that form a cone with the wires that hold them up? So we had frozen steaks in the freezer, and we would take them out, put them on a plate, and to thaw them, we'd put them down in the lamp on the plate, because the heat from the lamp on the plate would thaw the steaks. So when the fire was ready, one of us would say, it's time to take the steaks out of the lamp. Now, that's not something you hear all the time. It's time to take the steaks out of the lamp. So that's what's on Jeff's desk. Let's dive into my biggest source of high-quality, evergreen, free traffic. Simply stated, folks, it's LinkedIn. Okay, now everybody still thinks of LinkedIn as a place for business to business and not for what we do. Okay, that's so wrong. Okay, there is a place on LinkedIn called LinkedIn Pulse or LinkedIn Publishing. And if you look at your LinkedIn account, you'll see update and then image or graphic and then post a blog or publish, something like that. Click there and you'll be able to publish your articles and your blog post on LinkedIn. Now, it's really easy to do. The problem is it's easy not to do. The beauty of it is even in the heyday of Easy Articles, which I still use, okay? Chubby still wears the Easy Articles cap. Even in the heyday, though, of Easy Articles, my worst efforts or my worst results on LinkedIn for these articles and blog posts is better even than the heyday of Easy Articles. Melody says, it's so good, I wish you wouldn't tell everybody. Well, you know what, Melody? It's okay to tell a lot of people because most people don't take action, except for the people on this show, okay? So you guys take action, and the rest of them won't. So you guys are going to be heads and tails above everybody else. That should tell you something, right? The Melody's saying, I wish you wouldn't tell everybody because it works so good. That tells you about how good something is working, okay? The cool thing about it is they let you have a graphic for your header, okay? And then what I recommend is you have a 7-word title. And if you can start it with a number, like 3 reasons or 3 mistakes or 3 tips or 5 tips or whatever, that really brings in the people, okay? And then they let you put graphics throughout, calls to action throughout. Okay? It's a beautiful thing. And one of the really cool things that happens is once you get past 500 views, LinkedIn will feature your particular article under your category for all of LinkedIn, not just the people that follow you. Okay? Now, here, come close. Well, no, I'm going to save that for the bonus tip. Now, if you want to take a look at how this is done and see some examples of it, simply go right here. The Articles by Jeff. Articlesbyjeff.com. Okay? Melody's saying it's very targeted traffic, and she's right. It's targeted because it's targeting the people that are in your community or relate to what you're doing. So it's not like Easy Articles where it's a blast to everybody on Easy Articles. It's targeting the people that are interested in what you're interested in. So go to articlesbyjeff.com and you'll see about 50-something of them I've done over there. And one of the really cool things you can do is every day on the updates on LinkedIn articles, on the updates on LinkedIn, do the title of your article in a graphic or the title of one of your tips in a graphic, sending them to that article. On LinkedIn, it drives more traffic. Now, there's a huge traffic tip that gets you up over 500 quickly that I want to give you for the bonus tip or the genius tip in just a little bit. Really, if you don't have a LinkedIn account, go get one. You can take blog posts, you can take articles. And the cool thing about it is you don't have to have them approved, so there's no time in between. And the second cool thing is they can be any length. I put articles of 2,000 words on there, and I put articles of maybe 20 words on there. I use it for invitations to events as well. And so it's a great place to go. All right, so I think I've convinced you of that. Go to articlesbyjeff.com to see how I'm doing it. And sure enough, there'll be some more training coming up about this soon. Actually, the training we're going to talk about on tomorrow's webinar, you'll get extensive training on this LinkedIn strategy. So, articlesbyjeff.com is where you can see a lot of LinkedIn articles. Now, we didn't play this yesterday, and I actually got texts and emails saying, wait a minute, you didn't play Next Lyrics, please, yesterday. So, all right, to make it up to you, I've made this one really, really easy. Okay? I heard this at church last night during a men's event where we actually play regular music. A lot of John Mayer, but this isn't John Mayer. Here's the lyrics, okay? Somebody share with me the next lyric and or the name of the group, okay? That's a hint right there. It's a group, okay? More than a feeling when I hear that old song, babe. What's the next line? More than a feeling when I hear that old song, babe. There's a hint right in those lyrics about the next lyric, okay? It's a group named after a city. Here's a big hint. They have a baseball team called the Red Sox, okay? Boston, all right, says Tammy. Yep, what's the next lyric? More than a feeling when I hear that old song, babe. The next lyric is in those two lyrics. It's one of those complicated songs. More than a feeling when I hear that old song, babe. More than a feeling. Okay? So, another example of I begin. Yeah, that's part of it. I begin dreaming. Yeah, that's part of it, Tammy. What you guys ought to do that are regulars, have Google ready because you can Google this stuff. Okay? Now, I promised you. There you go. More than a feeling, Tammy says. I promised you a genius tip for this traffic tip. I'm going to give you two, count them, 1, 2 genius tips. Thanks. Now you can't get it out of your head. that's the whole idea, Tammy. Place these songs in your head. And a lot of people go and listen to them afterwards. All right. So 2 genius tips today about this LinkedIn traffic strategy. 1, the way to quickly get your views up over 500 and to serve your list community well, which we'll be talking about in tomorrow's cafe. When you get a new article on LinkedIn, when you publish one, tell your community, send an email to your list community. Hey, I've got this brand new article I really think you'd like over on LinkedIn. Go take a look. Be sure to join in the conversation in the comments. 1, you're taking great care of your community because you're giving them more information. You're not pitching them. And 2, that drives more traffic to your article. And then once you get higher views, LinkedIn will feature it under your category. Now, this genius tip is a write down. Okay, write this down, either on a screen or a piece of paper. Cut yourself and draw it. No, I'm teasing. You want to copy this, okay, with your note-taking utensils, okay? Because this is a prescription for success. A content piece a day sends traffic your way. A content piece a day sends traffic your way. Now, does it have to be a full article or blog post on LinkedIn? No. It can be a Twitter or Facebook update. It can be an article. It can be a blog post. But some piece of content every day sent out there drives traffic your way. It's the first thing I do every morning. It's one of my daily revenue generating rituals, DRGRs, okay? A content piece every day sends traffic your way. Follow that. You're going to love the results, folks. All right, so tomorrow for the Thursday Cafe, we're going to talk about, as I alluded to a moment ago, the care and feeding of your list community. How to take care of them in a way that really works out well for your community and for you. So join us tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern right here on the Results Now Cafe for our focus on list building. And perhaps by then we'll have Chubby looking better. Turn his hat around. Oh, you're welcome. Great tips. Thanks, Jeff. All the best from Ireland. Appreciate you. All the way from Ireland. Chubby, appreciate you too. We're going to sign off here. Go use this stuff, and we'll catch you tomorrow.